picking up the checkered flag and headed for yet another victory lap here at Claremont Motorsports Park. Your 604 modified main event winner. It's another lap of honor for Brian Roby. Tyler Leary, Cole Littlewood also headed to Victory Fuels, Victory Lane. It's Country Fuels, Victory Lane, and that's where the atom bomb is. So we'll send things down trackside to Nick Adams, and he'll have a word with our top 3 604 modified finishers.
Ladies and gentlemen, down here on the front stretch with our third place finisher, Ace Tex Tire and Auto 604 Modifieds. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Iceman, Tyler Leary. Tyler, so third place finish, like I told you, we got out of the car. Pretty good night for the Barnard Race Car Stable. How was it?
Good. Super happy for Cole. He had a really stout race car tonight. We got nothing to gain or lose here, so we've just been experimenting the last few weeks, trying some stuff, and I was happy with the first part of the corner tonight, not happy with the second part. So we'll keep working on it. I really couldn't do this without my dad and Brian and his brother Paul. They're really the whole backing for this team. I'm just a lucky guy, but we all work hard. There's no doubt about that. I got to thank Claremont, Country Fuels for sponsoring Victory Lane and all that, all the track sponsors, and like I said, the great backing I have behind me. Just looking to improve a little bit.
And your sponsors, who do you want to thank for helping get this thing out here every week?
Like I said, I got to thank my dad, Barnard Race Cars, Tree Farm Campground, Rescue Towing and Recovery, Hatfield Construction, Tom's Hot Dogs, Kicks 100.9, and Rick Bushy Signs for making this thing look awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher, the Iceman, Tyler Leary. All right, and your second place finisher, ladies and gentlemen, it's the superstar, Cole Littlewood. Cole, you guys have been trying all year with this thing and Tyler's car to get these hooked up and be able to drive up near the front. How did it feel tonight to know that not only were you able to keep up with Brian, but you were able to close in on him over the last 10?
Yeah, this is a win for me. Just to see Brian in my front windshield, and on the other side of the track is awesome to be able to keep up. And we've been working hard at it, getting the car going right, and seemed a lot better tonight. I'm really happy with the second place finish. Like I said, it's a win for me. Big thanks to Brian Barnard and Paul Barnard, Tyler Leary and Marty. Those guys gave me this opportunity to be able to run this car, and without them, I wouldn't be in a modified. So just awesome to be back up on the podium. The sponsors, Lundgren Honda, Greenfield, Pinebrook Landscaping, Rescue Towing and Recovery, and everyone that helps me in the pits, my family, George Frost and Jake, my girlfriend Michaela for spotting, and just happy to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, the superstar, Cole Littlewood. All right. I'll walk over here. Claremont Motorsports Park, let him hear ya. Here at Country Fuels Victory Lane in the Ace Tex Tire and Auto Modifieds, the king of Claremont, the centerpiece sandbagger, Brian Roby. Brian, I know you hate when I give you that nickname, but looking at what you did last week with MRS, looking at what you've done all season here in the mods, you've kind of earned it, don't you think?
We've had a good year. Let's put it that way. I don't put myself in the ranks of the guys that came before me, but it's certainly been a good year, and thankful for every one of these that we can rip off here. So, no, the car fired off great tonight. It was actually really good at the beginning, and then after that caution, it was a little bit on the free side. Really kind of evened up the lap times there, but still were able to hold on to it there. So we'll take it, move on. We got one more week, I guess it is next week, and then we're done here. So, it's been a phenomenal year. Can't complain about that. I gotta thank Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, like I always say, for letting us come out here and do all this, and all the other sponsors, Maurice Enterprises, Harry Truck Construction, Boucher Acoustic, everybody that helps out week to week, all these people behind the car right now, and all the fans for coming out, and track for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner here in the Ace Tex Tire and Auto 604 Modifieds, the Sotheby Sandbagger, Brian Roby. All right, Brian, stick your hand in Moore Valley Building Supply bucket. Make someone, how much is it?
Bucket.
$531 is what this ticket is worth. Brian, did anybody on your team buy a 50-50 ticket? All right, let's go ahead and read that one out, Brian.
587761.
None.
All right, so it's not Miss M. So it's a red ticket. 587761. $531. Meet us at the bottom of the Mazowski Properties broadcasting booth to grab your winnings. Again, it's a red ticket. 587761. We'll see you up top for that money. I'm going to hand it back up to Marco. I can see him in staging. The Tour Type late models.